Hi everyone. Oh, sorry this update took so long to do, but uh, um, I have been dealing with pregnancy issues. Pregnancy symptoms. So yes, I am pregnant. I am 6 months along. We found out back in September. At the end of September, we found out, and I uh, I quickly found out that the health insurance that I have, which is Medicaid, which is Medicaid, uh, regular Medicaid will not allow for me to use it outside of our home state. And I'm going, seriously? So, everything has to be. Now, I might be able to get a loophole through that, because I just found out that, that if we're at any particular place for like a month or two, or if we have a feeling that if we're going to be anywhere for about a month or two, to get myself established with the hospital / doctors in that area. Ooh, pardon me, excuse me. So because of that factor, that might be a loophole that I can use to use the regular Medicaid for my husband and for our daughter. I am trying to get back onto pregnancy Medicaid. That's going to take a bit. Finding out that it's going to take a bit. So, they're not going to start this stupid bloody thing until next month. And I'm just going, by that time, I'm going to be 7 months pregnant. By that time, that'll be the last trimester. Come on, people. But no, and the reason why I was originally trying to get back onto pregnancy Medicaid, but between trying to get the backing and support that my family and I needed, and the food that we were needing, I was so focused on that. And then after that, shortly after doing all that stuff, I got sick. Good size amount sick. I was having migraines that were so debilitating, it's not even funny. Well, they weren't so debilitating, they were so bad off that they were almost debilitating. Like, I could tell if I didn't lie down, I would probably lose some mobility. And I just didn't want that. Now, could that have happened actually? I don't know. All I know is that I was going by what my body was telling me. And it was saying, you need to lie down, you need to try to try to calm yourself down. And I'm just going, fine. And I was sick. I was bad off for 2-3 weeks. Now, some people would say, well, then you don't have a regular type of sickness, you have something else. And I'm just going, whatever it was that I had and still kind of sort of have, it's mostly gone now. So I'm not gonna try to figure out what I had. Some people would have said, well, you got the COVID-19 again, you got this or that. And I'm just going, I'm not going to try to speculate. I just know I was very sick and I couldn't fully function. I just couldn't. And so finally, and the thing of it was that at one point, I'm not going to deny this, people. At one point, while lying down, I'm talking with Jesus, and I'm just going, Jesus, I'm dead serious. I'm sorry. Pregnancy brain. Gotta love it. At one particular point, as I'm lying down, I was so fed up, so tired of what I was going through, with the migraine and just everything else, that I just said to Jesus, I'm not going, God, Jesus, you either get me fully better, you actually heal me, or just take me out. I'm dead serious, people. It was that bad for me. I was saying it with respect because I know for a fact he has the knowledge, he has all this stuff, and that he and he alone can decide what is right and wrong. He alone knows what's right and wrong and everything for my life. And I told Jesus that you either get me healed, or you take me out. Like, I was that frustrated and that tired of the situation that I was going through. And God Almighty, He knew I wasn't God Almighty knew I wasn't trying to just be mean or crabby. He knew I was saying this stuff with respect to Him. But at the same time, He also knew in the fact that I was just thoroughly tired of it all. So it wasn't too long after I said that to God, that I started actually feeling better. Because physically I started feeling better. In the head I started feeling better. It was just like I could tell I was starting to feel better. I'm going, finally. Now, granted, I went back and forth with the migraines and with how my physically and how I was physically doing. But after a good sized period of time, I started to finally feel like I could have energy again. Like I could have my life. Could have at least again start having mostly my life back. And I'm going, finally. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, ever since then I've been trying to get things caught up and taken care of. And at least when it comes to, I've been trying to get things done and caught up with when it comes to the RV. And we have been getting things changed up with the RV. We're going to be, not only has my husband done the stuff with the lights, and not only we're doing the stuff with the kitchen sink or kitchen faucet, but we are also going to be taking out the bathroom sink, not the faucet, but we're taking out the bathroom sink and removing it, and then just putting the washer that I bought and having that right there where the bathroom sink used to be. And then we're going to take, and my husband, and I can't blame him in this, I do not blame him in this at all. My husband wants to also expand our shower some. He wants to try to expand our shower some, which I cannot blame him. The shower is small. It's just big enough for one of us, and it's just not doable for us. It honestly isn't. I mean, it's per se doable, but I think after a bit of time, after the amount of time we've spent in this RV, we're going, okay, we need more space in our shower. We need to have a better kitchen faucet. We need to have a place for the washer. We need to, we have, after a good period of time being in this thing, we were just like, okay, we need to have this, and this, for an RV, and we need to change this, and this up with the RV. So we have been doing some DIY projects with the RV. We are also oh, God heaven above. Yeah, we've changed up the lights in our RV. We switched the soft. We changed up. My husband has changed up most of the lights in our RV. We have changed up. What he did was take out the soft lights out of most of them and replace them with LED lights. So that way the lights don't suck up as much energy. And they will last a while longer. And with the kitchen faucet, we were tired of. We just both just got kind of tired of the standardized kitchen faucet, and just wanted a better one. So we went with a cooler faucet. We actually got it at a flea market, which ended up saving us about 50% off, which is not bad. Now it came with everything, but the thing is that the water lines to that faucet and the water lines to the RV have the exact same type of ends. Hence, we can't connect them up just yet. So my husband has to get a connector deal thing for them. And the problem is that the ends to the faucet, to the ends to the of the water lines to the faucet, and then the ends to the water line for the RV are different sizes. The ends for the faucet are different. They're smaller than what the ends for the RV water lines are. And so, yeah. So my husband has to, not jerry rig, but he has to find the correct fittings, I guess you could call it, for connecting the water lines up with each other. And I'm just going, fun. And problem, oh my gosh. And the thing of it is that there is a hardware store. There's a few of them actually in the town of which we're closest to here in Arizona. Yeah, that store had the majority of the sizes, just not all. And my husband, he tried all the different sizes that they had. They had every single one except for the one that he's realizing he needs. Even though the instructions to the faucet say, "Oh, it's just this size," it's not. It's not. It's not that size at all. It's different size. So yeah, you on that one. Have been changing out. Well, not changing out. Taking out the curtains in our RV and replacing the curtains with flags. My husband did not like how the curtains kind of looked. He believed, and I can understand where he's coming from, he believed that that the curtains, the way we had put them up, have been making the RV look like trailer trash. So because of that factor, he started ordering up flags and putting them up into the places where putting them up. As curtains for our RV. I won't deny the factor that, yes, it definitely makes the RV inside look different, and it looks a lot better than the curtains we had beforehand. And it definitely adds personality, persona to the RV. So you know what? Altogether, I don't mind it. Now again, we're doing it the same way. We're putting them up the same way as how we put up the curtains. But this time the curtains don't. But this time the flags themselves don't look like they make us look like trailer trash. So that's a bonus. They look a lot better. They really do. And one of the flags is an Israel flag. An actual Israel flag, not from Israel, but an actual Israel flag. And then we have the American flag, and then we have a flag with a snake on it with the words below it saying, "Don't tread on me." And then we have a I guess you could call it a Jesus flag. The only reason why I say it is because it has a picture of Jesus peeking out from the corner with the words right next to the picture saying, "I saw that." Now we have this in the rear window here of our RV. So, and the only words that you can see that we know for a fact that we can tell that you can see are "I saw," and I'm just going, okay, cool. Now that's probably going to tick off some people. Probably will, but that's okay. We're not ashamed of our faith. We're not ashamed of who we believe in, of who we follow. We're not ashamed of it at all. And if they wanna ignore us because of that, that's fine. Now there will be granted, the rest of the flags will probably ignite some conversations, and that's totally fine too. I don't mind that. I don't mind the way that would make our RV look to ignite some conversation. I really won't mind that. I really won't. Because at least it breaks the sticky ice, you know? It breaks the sticky ice between us and the people around us. And then and we have another flag that is a Batman flag, because my husband's a Batman fan. He really is. And then there's another flag that we put up on my side, which says background's pink, it has a cross on it, and underneath that are the words Jesus Christ, and underneath that are the words He is risen. Now, granted, all you can see is Jesus, and then He is, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because, again, it'll ignite some conversation. It'll probably take some people off, and that's okay. Or at least it'll be an icebreaker for, they'll probably go, "Why do you believe in this?" and yada, yada, yada. And I am more than okay with that. I am more than okay with that because at least it opens a door for me to share my faith, to share why I believe what I believe, and at least it does. And again, it opens the door in such a way to where it doesn't come off offensive. It doesn't come off as cruel or rude or insensitive. Now, granted, there'll be times where a certain subject comes up where I know what the Bible says, and it'll be against how they feel and how they think. And that's fine. That's fine. I'll be saying, you can disagree with me all you want to. That's fine. But I know that I know that I know that I know what the Bible says about about this subject. And I'll let them go with believing what they want to believe, thinking and feeling how they want to, and I seriously will do that. I'm not going to force anything on anybody, but I will take my stance. I will make my stance. I won't budge, and I'm not going to budge them. But yeah, I won't budge, and we can agree to disagree. Simple as that. And then we are going to be having a few more flags delivered. We're going to have a few more flags delivered, just a few, because of the factor that there's only a few more spots left to where we need to hang something up. And then yeah, the reason we're in Arizona is because the factor is that we went to California at one point to go to try to plug into Harvest Fellowship. No, we weren't going to settle down in California, period. We were going to plug in. The original plan was to plug in there, get ministry training in, get discipleship training in, and get discipleship for ourselves too. And not only that, but get help. Well, you can plan and pray all the heck you want to. But the thing of it is that as we're praying and asking God to do, to help us out with this, we felt peaceful about it. We really did. We felt peaceful about it. And that we thought, okay, we're going to be here for a while. Nope. It did not turn out the way we thought it would, because yes, even though we had peace about it from God, what humankind did not go that way at all. What happened was that we got there, we talked to the accountant. Well, we talked to the greeters first, and they were nice and all that. We even talked to a pastor, and my husband even talked to a pastor, and he was nice, and he was trying to help out best way he could. Well, then he brings the accountant, and the accountant then starts bearing false witness against my own husband, saying that he's met and all that type of jazz. And yeah, just as we thought we were going to be okay, this accountant he was claiming my husband did this and this and this, and he's asked for help so many times and everything, and I'm like we have not done any of that. We have not. I mean, seriously, this accountant would not listen and would not try to understand. He just said, no, you've done this, and that you've asked all the time for help, and you are, what I'm guessing, again, I'm just guessing, is that this guy has asked for help so many times that I think to the accountant, it felt like the guy was living off the church. I won't lie, but that's not a good thing for the church to feel like. For a church to feel like you're just living off of them, and you're not going to try to get a job, and you're not going to try to do things to support yourself and or a family. But for us, we were needing the help badly, because at the time my husband was not getting a whole lot from his disability. He really wasn't, and he still kind of isn't, kind of. He at least not enough money for us to stay in California for a decent amount of time, because oh my gosh, California sucks California will literally bleed you dry of finances. It seriously will bleed you dry of finances. And then, uh, and so after that, I mean, we had people who were there for us in California, but it's just the experience from all that stuff with that church was just so, it was such a blind side for my husband that it messed with him bad. Psychologically speaking, it messed with him horribly to where he was within a thread. Like, he was within a hair's breadth of just giving up the faith completely. Like, he was not happy. He did not appreciate it. And it sent him through a freaking tailspin of depression. And it took him like, he was in that for 3 days. He was in that depressional space for 3 days. By God's grace and mercy, when I told my husband we should just try to go to this one church that was offering these different things, we went, and the guy's name is Wayne, and he helped out my husband so much. I mean, I'm dead serious. He just started just speaking and helping and just talking with my husband about faith and everything. And even though he's not a pastor, but oh my gosh, could this guy just, like, not only was he using life experiences as a part of his not only was he using his testimony of what God above had done for him in his speech to my husband, but he was also using what he had learned from the Bible. And I'm just going, and it seriously touched my husband's heart a lot. And it was such a mine, but I could tell it was definitely helping my husband out a lot. He needed it so badly to hear it. And I was just so thankful to God that this dude decided to, because this dude even said that it was a God thing that we were able to get there. He hadn't been in the factory. It was even a God thing. And just the fact that he was just willing, even though we were past the, even though we were past the timing of being able to get assistance and everything, he still went into the church that we were at in California, and he still, now I can't remember what the name of this church. It was a Seventh-day Adventist church. I won't lie, for whatever knows the reason, the Seventh-day Adventist churches are a little bit more kinder than Methodist and all the other churches combined. And I'm just going, why? Like, it just makes me confused as to why Baptist, Catholic, and Catholics help out, yes, but they have a diocese, or whatever the heck you want to call it, or however the heck you say it. It's like, no, this is what you call charity. And I'm going, people, you don't have to have different departments for doing so. Just do it. Hoy. So yeah, no, the Seventh-day Adventists have been nicer to us than what all the other churches have been, than what most of the churches have been. And I'm just like, this is just nuts. Now, there have been other churches that have not been Seventh-day Adventists that are not Seventh-day Adventists that have helped us out, but that's only been a few to maybe some. The rest, they're like, yeah, no, can't, no, and I'm going, what is the matter with you people? And Now, granted, for some things, it's because the factor is that they actually don't have a setup for that. I get that. I'm not going to get mad about that. In other cases, they're just like, oh, well, now this is the part that really ticks me off, is that some churches will say, well, no, because the factor is you're not a part of our church. I'm going, that shouldn't matter. We're part of the body of God. I'm not kidding you. It does tick me off quite a bit. And then they'll say, oh, well, financially we can't really do anything much because the factor is we don't have much financial backing. On that regard, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of sort of ish 50-50. Yeah, there are churches who don't have wealthy people going to them, and I get that, and a lot of them are that way. Then there's other churches that, financially it's like it is just with most of the churches that we went to for help, or at least most of the churches that we have called to get help from, it has been a living nightmare. Not a joke. It was a living nightmare. After we got done with California, once everything was said and done with the churches that were willing to help us out, we just, with no disrespect to everyone who lives in California, we just did not appreciate how we were treated by a good amount of people from there. So we just decided, and not only we were treated, but the factor that prices in California are insane. They're insane. My lands. California not only does California treat you not so well, but California sucks. It financially sucks you dry. Financially, it just sucks you dry. And so because of those two things, we're just like, Lord God, we're done with California. We're out. So with the help of a couple churches, we started getting ourselves out of California. And, but then my mom helped us out. And with that, we were able to get ourselves she's not wealthy. She is not a wealthy person, but she isn't. She just, with some extra backing that she got, I'm not gonna say how, but she used part of it, she ended up using part of it, to send to us. And with that, we were able to get ourselves the rest of the way out of California. Now, granted, we are within a few miles of crossing the Arizona-California border, but we are not going back. Not for a decent-sized while. Definitely not for a decent-sized while. But here in Arizona, where we're at in Arizona, it has been so much better. So much better for us. Holy crap, so much better for us. Oh, my lands. And then we ended up getting the rest of my husband's back pay from his disability. And that's how we've been able to pay for all this stuff. What? What, Huda?
Are you filming a movie?
So, yeah, no, my lands, yeah, no, once we got that, yeah, we started paying for the stuff that we have now. We started getting the stuff that we have now and started trying to get the RV fixed and, fully functional, fully operational, all that jazz. And with that money, we definitely are planning to, um, with that money, we have been getting our food, getting the RV taken care of and getting our food and things like that. Now, regrettably, because of all that, because that we are using the rest of that back pay for everything, the money, obviously, of course, has gone down quite a bit since then, since receiving it and everything. But it has helped us out quite a bit. And but now, here soon, I'm gonna have to just figure out a way to where we can. I'm working on disability for myself too. I really am, but I don't know when that's going to come through. I really don't know when. So there's that. Oh yeah. The reason why I'm doing this is because the factor is there have been moments just within this year, just within about a year since having this RV, that where I just wanted to I felt like I was being choked. I literally felt like I was being choked. At least from reality. Now I know a good portion of you will understand and relate to that because you have felt the same way about having multiple situations just kind of go out on you. Another situation that's happened recently is the fact that when we tried to move to a different locale that had better internet a better spot for us to get our internet. When we tried that, we realized it was sandy. Not a good spot to be in because we had already been in a spot that was sandy and had to pay to get towed out. Thank God, heaven above, it was not above $1,000, but still. And so when we realized the spot was sandy, we tried to get out, and in the process of trying to get out, oh my lands, my husband, after this, the cab, the RV, oh my lands, the RV and the truck and the cab of the truck, is the back corner, met, and then my husband pushed too hard and it popped the back windshield. Yeah, not even a joke. It popped the back windshield and left a decent sized dent in the corner of the cab. So we're going to need prayer for wisdom and discernment, and we're going to need prayer for figuring out how to get the back the back windshield fixed. Because we have to have, the reason why I say prayer on how to do that is because because like I just said, the corner of the cab in the back is definitely dented in. Like, it's not horrible, but it's enough to where it's definitely going to cost some money. Where it's going to cost some money for that and for the windshield together. So just, yeah. Gonna need Gonna need God's help on trying to figure out how to get that resolved and taken care of. Prayerfully, we'll be able to get it taken care of here soon. Prayerfully. And then, there's just, and then like the brakes with one of them is bad off. So because apparently a pin with, when it comes to mechanics, don't ask me. Seriously, don't ask me when it comes to mechanics. Because I can only say, well, the pin to this, and the I don't know all the technical stuff when it comes to mechanics. I really don't. But we did find out why our truck was making a sound, and we're a certain sound, and so my husband's going to try to fix that eventually. It is just, we're thankful in the factor that lately we have been able to get things taken care of and get things squared away with our RV and get things to where we want them to be for ourselves, but get things to where we can also just be able to live in it. That's something else too. So yeah, well, oh gosh, yeah, as you can tell, we've been frustrated, but we've also been blessed to be able to but definitely blessed by God to get things squared away and taken care of, or at least to a degree. We're still working on it, but at least we are being able to just get things done and taken care of. At least for the most part, and I'm okay with that. As long as we have at least nearly everything done, I'm good. Because we can work on other things. We could work on the rest. Work on maybe just a few projects as we are going back to our home state. Our home state is Indiana. And the reason why we're probably leaving this area in about another month or two, because we want to be home. We want to be in our home state and in our hometown when it's time for me to have the baby. So, and we want to be also not only there in time for the baby, but also be there so that way we can actually reestablish ourselves with our family doctor and get things just completely, or have everything arranged, have everything just all set, at least for the majority part, because you can have things set and things kind of go a little cockeyed. So because of that factor, we just want to have it to where we can feel at peace and be at rest, to where we feel like we can just have at least a reasonable delivery and everything of the baby. So yeah, we do not know for certain, although we are, with what God Almighty has told us, it's going to be a boy. So yeah, well, hey, my lands, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, thank you for joining us on this journey. I know this is a long video, I know, but because of the factor that I have not been able to do any videos because of what we've been going through, what we've been going through, what I've been going through physically, time just didn't want to be there for me on doing videos. But things have started to settle down now and relax. So, one more thing, I did apply for us to get food stamps again. So yahoo on that. So that will definitely help in reducing the amount of money that is used for from my husband's account. So yeah. Well, anyhow, like I said before, I know this video's been long because of how much to update with you guys with, but we are getting there. Just keep on praying for us. Keep and just for fellow brothers and sisters, just keep praying for us and keep asking God to give us wisdom and discernment for this journey. Keep asking Him to guide our steps, because sorry about that. I was starting to have a coughing fit. But yeah, just do all that. Just please and thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah, just you guys, all of you guys, just have a great day. Have a great night. Hopefully, if I remember correctly, tomorrow is Friday. So, always have a great weekend. And, yeah, keep the faith. Keep going. Even when you're within a hair's breadth of losing your faith, don't give up. Don't give up. Or if you're within a hair's breadth of just ending everything, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. There is someone there. There's someone who loves you. There's someone who seriously cares for you and who wants to see you thrive. Well, hey, again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us on this journey. And yeah, just love you all. Thanks. God bless. Bye.